One's health and personal growth is extremely important, if not crucial, for a developing and learning child or adolescent. There are factors within homeschooling that can contribute to both a healthy mind as well as personal growth. Homeschooling could be considered beneficial because it could lead to a healthier mind, there's more educational freedom, and because the amount of socialization that a student in the homeschooling system can receive could be helpful towards having a higher self-esteem. For these reasons, homeschooling is not more harmful than beneficial. A student's mental health could be better if they are homeschooled, mainly due to the fact that they are likely to have more sleep than the students who are not homeschooled. Just recently, in October of 2019, the Governor of California, Gavin Newsom, signed a law that is to go into effect no later than July of 2021. This law ensures that public schools in the state of California enter no earlier than 8:30 in the morning. Because of the amount of research that has been done over the past few years, people are now aware of how important sleep really is for a developing child or adolescent. In sleepfoundation.org's website, they included a chart which had different age groups and the amount of hours of sleep that a child should be receiving that is considered to be healthy. Because of the fact that students have lots of activities going on, students don't receive that amount of sleep because they start their assignments later on in the day. This chart shows the importance of sleeping for a developing child. Now, because the Governor of California even signed a law to have public schools start at a later time, this shows the importance of sleep on a child. Because homeschool children have their own schedule and tend to start later on in the morning, they're likely to have a healthier state of mind. Not only is sleep an important factor, but also anxiety triggers. Students who are homeschooled are less likely to be surrounded by anxiety triggers that one can find in a public school, such as the large amounts of homework as well as presenting in large groups of people. Because they're surrounded by less anxiety triggers, they're likely to have a healthier mind. Because of the fact that homeschool students have educational freedom, homeschooling is not more harmful than beneficial. The educational freedom that homeschool students have allow them to pursue any style of learning that they wish to. While in public schools, the students who succeed the most are the ones who the curriculum of the public school is meant to benefit. In the article, Children Have Different Learning Styles by Center of Educational Neuroscience, they explain that there has been emerging evidence which shows if teachers were to give materials out in multiple manners, then it would benefit all different types of learning styles. This is not an issue that homeschool students have to go through because they could pursue their own type of learning style, and it does not restrict them. In addition to the learning style, because homeschool students do have that educational freedom, they are able to work at their own pace. This can include slightly going over topics they're already familiar with and spending a lot of more time on topics that they are unfamiliar with, which could be helpful for their own education. So this is where we see personal growth, and the personal growth here is as a student. Lastly, the amount of socialization that a homeschool student receives could cause a student to have a higher and healthier self-esteem. Because homeschool students are not around the same group of people that you can find at a public school, they are less likely to experience bullying. In an article called Reasons Parents Homeschooled by Coalition for Responsible Home Education, they included a bar graph from a survey done in 2016. This bar graph gave the most important reasons as to why parents homeschool. It showed that 34% of parents were concerned with the environment at the public schools. In the article, it mentions that part of the environment did include bullying. And for this reason, many parents have decided to take their children out of public school and homeschool them instead, because it caused problems within the child, which could lead to a low self-esteem. In addition to having a smaller chance of being bullied, because the amount of socialization that a homeschool student does receive, they are not likely to receive social pressure from people around them that they would experience at a public school. For these reasons, homeschooling is not more harmful than beneficial. Thank you.